everyone, and welcome to our second episode of Dubai Drive series.
Hey guys, welcome back. In today's episode, we're going to be taking you through a master community by the name of Jebel Ali Hills. This is a very special community, and we're very excited to take you guys through this one.
So, Mohammed, when was this area developed, and by which developer mainly?
So, Jebel Ali Hills is a master community by Miras, one of the most popular developers within Dubai, or you can say within UAE as well. And this community is still currently being developed. It's one of those communities where Miras launched roughly 2,000 plots, which was G+1 and G+4, so standalone villa plots and also low-rise building plots. And they then sold it off to investors and potentially even end users who are going to be building villas and buildings over here.
What type of buyer typically looks at Jebel Ali Hills?
So like I said, because it's a community purely focused on plots, a lot of the people that are currently looking at buying are going to be a mix of investors and end users. So the reason being is because a lot of people would purchase a plot, build it commercially, and then they would just sell it, to another end user or someone who's going to, go on
But
forward.
for end users right now, they would find, for example, a villa for themselves to move into, or that's
Not
like
really,
more-
because
okay.
maybe 6 months down the line.
Okay.
Because if you look around as well, if you show in the video, a lot of it is still just land. So there's quite a few villas that are being constructed, but they're probably going to finish within 6 months to 1 year.
Okay.
And within the next coming 3 to 4 years as well, a lot of people are going to be developing villas over here, and this area is slowly going to start filling up.
So it's mainly right now if you're considering to buy a plot and build your own custom villa
Yep.
with the plot itself.
Exactly, and that's a huge advantage for a lot of people because land in Dubai is very expensive, which is why I was excited for this video, because it shows that there's a lot of precious land over here which you can still buy at a good price, which we'll discuss later in the video. You can build a huge villa according to the way that you want it.
And how is the access here in terms of like the main roads to major areas in Dubai?
So one of the main attraction points for a location like Jebel Ali Hills is that it's situated, so the master community is situated directly on Sheikh Zayed Road, directly on the main road, the most important road of Dubai. And from that road, even though some people consider Jebel Ali Hills being a little bit far right now due to somewhat lack of infrastructure, that direct connectivity to Sheikh Zayed Road makes you just 25 minutes from, let's say, Mall of the Emirates. Even though you're close to the border of Abu Dhabi, it's very close to a lot of these points because of the
especially
access.
right now with the new airport is gonna like
Exactly.
start operating soon.
So when the airport comes around as well, when Palm Jebel Ali starts flourishing as well within the next year or so, airport is obviously going to be after 2030. But the whole point is that within the next 5 to 10 years, for those who have that mid to long term vision, this area is going to be one of the best locations.
Especially when you mentioned that it's around, like it's not that far, for example, to Mall of the Emirates or Marina or.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
around how many minutes can we say it's gonna take from here to Mall of the Emirates?
So once you get on Sheikh Zayed Road from the community, which is very easy, you could literally reach Dubai Marina within maybe 15 to 18 minutes, and Mall of the Emirates literally within 20 to 25 minutes you could make it there. The connectivity is very easy, and I'm not saying that the infrastructure is at its peak right now. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. They still need malls, hospitals and stuff in or around the community as well, but a lot of things
But in Dubai
are,
that happens fairly quickly as
that
well.
happens really fast. And the other thing is, over here they have a timeline within which people need to build and design their villa. So whoever purchases a villa has roughly 4 years to construct and to do everything.
And what type of budget do buyers typically need to like have this area under consideration? Like starting at 4 million, 6 million, 8 million.
So I'll talk price per square foot, because in Jebel Ali Hills the smallest plots to be sold are 9,900 square foot approximately, and then it can go up to even 15 to 17,000. Though the bigger plots aren't as common, like they're somewhat rare. I would say the 10,000 square foot range is probably the most common over here. But price per square foot wise, you can expect somewhere between, in the current market with everything going on still, you can see a lot of listings between, let's say, 320 per square foot and above. I'd say majority.
And how many plots are available?
So one of the other good things about Jebel Ali Hills is that it's a very low density area. The roads are very, very spacious.
Yeah,
There's already
I'm gonna show the viewers here.
exactly. There's already so much landscaping over here, even though like this community has a long way to go. You know, like it's already well maintained, so it shows that this place has a bright future ahead. And going back to the number of plots, it's limited to just roughly 2,000 plots, which means supply is minimal, density is low, and that's going to make it even more premium. It's not something that has 5 or 10,000 plots. So this whole massive community will have only 2,000 units.
And as we're driving here, it crossed my mind that this area has some similarity to Nadal Shiba. How would you say that this area compares to Nadal Shiba?
So it's a bit difficult to compare to Nadal Shiba, given the location of Nadal Shiba being around the Maidan side. Obviously, it has a huge advantage, and the amount of infrastructure advantage that it has, you can't really put them both side by side. But because of the difference in the price per square foot, Jebel Ali Hills offers far better value right now, because you're going to be paying, let's say, if you're paying 4 million over here, for the same thing in Nadal Shiba, you're going to be paying between 12 to 15 million. And within that 12 to 15 million, you can probably buy 2 to 3 plots and even construct the villas of them. You know, so from an investor standpoint, right now as well, this is a no-brainer. And for an end user as well, who's thinking 5, 8, maybe 10 years down the line, then this is obviously a fantastic opportunity. You know?
Has this area appreciated since it was announced, and do you expect it to appreciate more?
This area, at least from what I believe, and just looking at data, looking at the numbers, looking at the overall land prices in Dubai, is most definitely undervalued in today's market. And even in yesterday's market, it was undervalued before all the situation was going on. And it might remain undervalued, but not for that long though.
Because the roads are beautiful, as you said, they're wide as well. And like it looks very nice and spacious.
Yeah, so the planning of this area was done really, really well. But let me quickly go back to the point where you were asking about appreciation. So initially the plots over here were starting off at around 100 dirhams per square foot. So a 10,000 square foot plot was even sold for 1 million dirhams, which is insane to think about in Dubai, you know. And now that same plot is probably going to be trading over 3.5 million dirhams. And that's just the starting point, I would say. A lot of the owners are now even asking maybe 4 million and above, depending on the location. Obviously that makes a huge difference, and a few other factors.
So like in terms of schools, supermarkets, gym, hospitals, what are the closest option to this area here?
So as for all of those things, they are going to be coming very, very soon, because they already have it on the master plan. But by soon, I don't mean within 1 to 2 years. I mean more so within the next 5 years. By then, a lot of these villas will also be constructed or near completion. You could expect at least 70% of the community to be filled up within the next 5 years. And obviously, when there's a population arising in a location, there's only a matter of time before which the hospitals, the schools, and all these other infrastructural
So
things
you would
come
say
up.
like investing in this area is like investing for the long term.
Yes, it is.
Like it's you can move in right now if you have your villa ready, but it's just like the infrastructure around the area is still being built. Is what you're trying to say.
So the thing
Like in
is,
the next 5 years, it will be
Yes.
fully ready.
exactly. So the way I look at it, in terms of people already living here, there's already a few villas that are completely built, and there's already a few families that are living here. But let's say someone were to purchase a plot, and even if I'm saying that this is the future, this is something for 5 years later, if you do purchase a plot right now, you have 4 years to complete the villa. So let's say you purchase a plot, you plan your design, you plan everything. Once you go through the whole procedure and get your approvals, and by the time your villa gets constructed, this area is already going to start to fill up, because there's a lot of other people that are in the same boat right now that are going through that journey, and within the next 3 to 5 years, everyone's villas are going to start to, come near completion. That's basically what it is.
What are the things you should like you think that buyers should consider when they're looking at Jebel Ali?
So personally, they need to look at what their requirements are, what their priorities are in terms of location as well in Dubai. This might not be suitable for someone, let's say, who works in Deira Gold Souk. This might not make sense to them, because obviously that would just be a huge commute regardless of the connectivity to the highways. But especially for someone, let's say, who wants to build their own villa, someone who wants a villa that's at least a 10,000 square foot plot and can build their own villa from scratch at a fairly reasonable price compared to what the market has to offer. I'll give you another example. Let's say there's certain decent areas where a relatively nice space townhouse is going to cost you roughly 6 million dirhams. Within that same amount of money, you could buy a plot here and you could build a decent sized villa, you know, in the same price of a townhouse. Like, yes, that area probably has a bit more infrastructure right now, but by the time that villa is developed and that villa is ready, this area is also going to be flourishing.
Thank you so much, Mohammed, for all the insight.
No worries. The main point again of this video was just to put it out there and just really show the viewers that there's also hidden gems like this that do exist in Dubai. These sort of areas aren't heavily marketed because they are obviously sold out and now you can only buy it in secondary market. But something like this is obviously very important for those who are looking to buy land in Dubai. It's important to know that this area exists and the sort of deals that they could pick up, you know, and the value that this location holds. So most welcome, and I really hope everyone watching got some useful information and can make something out of it.
For sure. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next episode.